Hello you fantastic people, and welcome back to Borderlands 3, to another rare item guide for Borderlands 3. It is not a legendary, this one, but it is probably better than majority of the legendaries I have, particularly for boss fights. It is the Bang Stick Shotgun, which if you guys have seen my videos before, you've probably seen it in action a fair few times on my like 50 kills of etc etc. This thing shreds bosses. It's crazy, and it works with a lot of different builds. It works really well with my flak. It works really well with Moze. I particularly haven't tried it myself yet, but I've seen a lot of people absolutely just wreak mayhem with this thing. And I've been getting a lot of comments recently because I've been using it in my video and no one knows where to get it, because there's been no real content on it at all covered on YouTube, or just even the wiki has absolutely no knowledge of it. So I thought I'd make a quick guide for you guys so you guys can know what it's all about, see what different variations you can get, as well as where to get it from. So first of all, this is my best one that I currently have. I probably have about 10 because a whole bunch of people have been dropping them for me, and I have got a few myself, but this one I think was particularly dropped for me. This thing is an absolute machine. If you're going for flak, the particular build that I have, you want to get ones that have the times 18. I believe that's the most you can get times by something. Let me know if I'm wrong though, because I definitely want more. But the times 18s are the strongest ones I have. So my one is particularly 238, 237 if I can read, times 18. It's also got fire damage, so it destroys anything that is not immune to fire. The other stats, accuracy and handling, pretty average. Reload time is pretty good, 3 seconds. Fire rate is 1.23, but I feel like it's definitely better than that. But I guess it doesn't sound that good, but it is still really good. Magazine size of 5. Now the thing about this thing, it does have 5 bullets in the magazine and does consume 2 bullets per shot. But with this, if you hit a critical, it adds ammo back to your magazine and you don't have to reload as long as you're hitting criticals. Which, with flak, if you are in fadeaway and you're hitting somebody, you're hitting a critical, so you can just spam this thing. I'll show a few runs showing on screen, just in case you guys haven't seen this thing in action before, of different bosses that I've farmed over the last 2 weeks or so, doing my 50 kills of whichever boss on Mayhem 4 True Vault Hunter mode. So these are all super strong bosses. If you go into fadeaway, you use stickies, you absolutely lay into them as much as you can while you're in fadeaway. They get absolutely covered in them. Once your fadeaway is done, they start exploding. Now on screen, I'll likely switch to an Unforgiven. That is not necessary for this thing to absolutely shred. It just makes it even more filthy, and as you can probably see, I'm absolutely destroying these bosses. The Unforgiven will increase the damage this thing does by between 320 to 432% crit hit damage, which is why my flak build works so well with it. Of course, you do not need an Unforgiven. It does an amazing amount of damage by itself. I'm just trying to make it even more filthy for myself because I'm trying to get these bosses killed as quickly as possible. Now, you particularly want the times 18s for flak because of this particular perk. It is the Two Fang perk and has a chance to fire an extra projectile per shot. I have 9 points in this thing because my class mod adds 4, but even without that, you have a high chance to get an extra projectile per shot, which means an extra sticky, which means more damage, which means shredding them faster, which is absolutely disgustingly strong. Now, I won't run through my entire skill tree because that'll take a long time, plus a lot of people won't be playing flak, but if you guys are, the Leave No Trace skill is definitely a must go as well, because every time you hit a critical hit, there is a chance, if you have 3 points in it, it is a 36% chance to add ammo back to your magazine, which is also really good for these shotguns. So if you miss a couple of times or something like that, it'll quickly add that ammo back to your magazine really quick. And as for the rest, if you guys just want to pause it and check it out for yourselves, this is my high damage, high crit damage, and trying to get my fadeaway back as quickly as possible build. Works really well for me. You guys are more than welcome to pause it and check it out for yourselves if you'd like. Now, assuming not everyone watching this video is going to be a flak player, this gun does work for every character. It is just particularly strong for both flak and Moze. Flak because of the crit hit damage, and Moze because of her splash damage with grenades, and torque shotguns are explosive, so that works really well for her. So the gun on the right is the triple penetrating Bang Stick, and has much higher damage than my double penetrating one, but it only has ×3. And by having these, you're putting out more damage, which goes with your skill tree of Moze having the highest splash damage radius and just splash damage itself, which is absolutely a filthy amount of damage. I'd love to be able to show you guys, but my Moze is currently level 37 and doesn't have any Bang Sticks, so you guys are gonna have to try it out for yourselves. This gun you definitely want if you're playing Moze or flak. And I'm sure Zane and Amara both have amazing skills that work with this gun as well. I just personally haven't played either of them, so if you guys have either of those two characters and have played or used the Bang Stick before, let me know in the comment section down below how you guys use it, what kind of skill trees work with it, because I'd love to hear it down below, because I'll be starting both those characters very soon. Now, other alternatives are the Bang Stick or the Shredded Bang Stick itself is naturally a ×9. This one is the double penetrating one, hence the ×18, but they do come in a bunch of different variations. The ×9s definitely still work, and I still use this one regularly, mostly because the ×18s are extremely rare to drop. But these ones, if you see them, definitely pick them up because they're definitely still worth using until you try and get the absolutely ultimate ×18s if you're flak, or the triple penetrating if you guys are Moes. Now, I personally got a few myself, and I've also got quite a few dropped for me by other people who watch the video, so thank you for that, guys. But if you guys want to check out the stats for these, this one's a corrosive one, this one's a radiation one, and a non-elemental one again. I won't read through all the stats because that will just take too long, but if you guys want to pause it and check them out, you are more than welcome to. Now, as for where this weapon comes from, the place to get it from has been taken from my own experience, a whole bunch of people that are in the comment section of my videos, and the few people that I play with, as well as I googled as much as I could, but this gun isn't really covered at all online. So if you guys have any more knowledge about it, feel free to correct me in the comment section or add to the comment section. Currently, it is a world drop. It doesn't have a dedicated drop because it is not a legendary weapon, but there is also another method of getting it. If you head downstairs from the fast travel, or where all the lockers and stuff are, go down to where Crazy Earl is. He has a machine down here that randomly generates purple rarity weapons and blue rarities. So you can just scroll down, check all these, and see that's a Torgue explosive weapon. Probably a decent one as well. Of course, these cost iridium, so if you have iridium, that is a perfectly good option to do as well. So one thing you can do, and a lot of people have suggested doing in the comment section, is just farming this machine. I personally farmed it myself for about an hour and got absolutely 0 luck, so it is essentially RNG again. So again, good luck to you guys. You might get it on your first try, you might be like me and just not get anything, but you can log in and out, run down to this machine, check out if it has any bang sticks, log out and do it again. But if Crazy Earl fails you like he did me, this gun is a world drop, so you can get it from any lootable source. You just need to be looking for it. Because it's not a legendary, a lot of people will just look over it and not realize that it's actually an amazing gun. It can drop in purple, it can drop in blue, and it can drop from any of the name bosses. It can drop from pretty much any lootable source, like all the legendary world drops that were crazy at the start of this game. Oh, that's still a thing. But in the time that I have been checking for them, which is since the 50 kills series, I've been checking all my purples and all my blues. I probably got about 5-ish, I would say, which is a lot of kills. I've been putting in a lot of work for these 50 kills videos, but again, it's essentially up to RNG luck, unfortunately. But I thought I'd let you guys know that there is the potential to get it from Crazy Earl's vending machine, and it is a world drop. As long as you're looking for it, you might get lucky and get it super early. If not, it's just something to look out for while you're farming for your other legendaries, and you might get this absolutely monster of a weapon. But yeah, that is all I have for the Bang Stick Shotgun, a purple rarity gun, which really should be a legendary because it shreds pretty much every boss that I have fought in Mayhem 4 True Vault Hunter mode. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, I'd really appreciate if you guys could smash subscribe down below. We just smashed through 4,000 subs like 2 or 3 days ago, which is absolutely mental. We were on at 700 like 2 weeks ago, so this has just been a crazy 2 weeks for me. Thank you very much for that. You guys are legends. If you guys want to smash like and share the video, it will help the channel grow even more beyond belief. And yeah, other than that, feel free to leave a comment down below if you guys have any different variations, any crazy skill tree builds, anything like that with a bang stick. Feel free to let me know down below, and everybody else. If you guys want to leave a comment down below, if you guys have any spares or willing to trade or anything like that, the Borderlands 3 community is pretty damn awesome with trading. And yeah, other than that, I shall see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a fantastic day and adios.